Hey guys, Tim Wallace here with you, Fast Times Good Friends, and we're doing probably one of my favorite parts of my job and my hobby is we're going to rescue a couple old trucks from a pasture. And I know that sounds really cliche, but man, I tell you, there's nothing that gets my blood pumping like digging some cars out of a barn or a pasture or something, somewhere they've been forgotten for years and years, and bringing them back to the shop, bringing them back to life, put them on the road. People can enjoy them again. Man, I just love it. It's one of my favorites. So, a friend of mine that I've known for probably 15 years or so hits me up one day, a couple days ago on Instagram, and says, "Hey man, anybody looking for some old Ford trucks?" And I love everything. I'm not brand loyal by any means. Chevrolet is typically my niche, but I like them all. So I said, "Hey man, what you got?" So long story short, unfortunately his grandfather had passed away and had left 8 or 10 cars sitting around his farm, a couple of which were some Ford trucks, and scouted them out a few days ago, made a deal, and now we're headed there. Go dig them up and see what they actually are. You can't tell a whole lot about something when it's got 4 flat tires and weeds growing up all around it, but I mean, you can tell enough. So, and oddly enough, crazy coincidence is these particular trucks are at a farm that's directly across the street. I mean, directly across the street from the farm I dug up the 54 Chevy 150 we're building. Just pure coincidence. The guys don't know each other. They know of each other, but don't know each other. And just happen to be right across the street. Two little gold mines. There's even a couple more cars where the 54 was, and I'm still working on. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. So follow along. We're going to dig them up, load them up. Maybe run them by the car wash to blow off some of the 25 plus years of mold and dirt and debris. And let's see what these things are made of. Stick around. All right, here we are, rolling up on my buddy Keith's family farm, and here's a nice little surprise as well. Got some visitors, or greeters, I should say. Got a whole herd of cattle right here. Excuse me, bud. Coming through. Got trucks to save. Coming through. Watch out. Little calf. A whole little gang of them. Watch out, little buddies. Be cool. Be cool. Gonna ease through here, but you can kind of see in the distance. You can see what we came for. So there was several trucks here. We only made a deal on 2 of them. Working on the 3rd one, I'll show you guys. But the first one is right here. So this is, and I'm not a huge Ford aficionado, but I believe this is a 72. It's an XLT Ranger according to the emblems. Pretty cool truck. Oh yeah. You can see in the distance there, maybe. Got some neat stuff. But let's see if we can see it here. That's the first one we're after. 65. So let's check it out. So this is the first one of the 2. 65. 250. 3/4 ton. Been sitting here a while. As you can see, it's grown up around it, and The owners were nice enough to bring the tractor out just in case we needed it, but pretty cool truck. Probably a Southern Belle truck, work truck at one point. You can see the old telephone, but this one's neat. This one's real neat. This is the first one of the two, and here's the owners. So what was the story on this one again? This was your father's truck.
Yes, but my uncle gave it to him without an engine, and my dad put an engine in it and used it as a sideline tree service. He was an engineer at Lockheed, but to make extra spending money and give him something else to do, like he didn't have anything else to do, he did a lot of tree work. And this truck would haul more than any other 3/4 ton truck I've ever seen.
Wow. Yeah, it's definitely heavy duty. You don't see many of the 8-lug ones that aren't like either flatbed or dually or something. This is kind of, I guess, a nice compromise, especially for using around a farm and stuff. But yeah, this is my buddy Keith, the one I was talking about. We've been hanging out, what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he hit me up on Instagram, and I'm glad he did, because he's going to be cool. So let's see if this thing rolls. And there we go. Loaded up, tied down, ready to roll. Surprisingly easy to load. Thankfully had Keith and his dad Steve out here, the barbers. Big hand. They got it ready for me. Pumped the tires up. Just check that out for a second. The old Southern Belle logo still there. That's so cool. And they went ahead and cut the tree. They said this was no extra charge. That a tree going through the bed. I had to cut it off. You can see what's left of the stump there, but yeah, I got to load it up. You can see just the whole depression it left. But there it is. Next it'll be off to the car wash just to see what it looks like, get some of the mold and nastiness off of it. See what's left. 8-lug, 3/4 ton, long bed. Not my typical, but neat truck, good character, cool story. Friend of mine's family, just couldn't pass it up. Price was right. There it is. I'll show you more about it once we get it cleaned up. Show you what drivetrain we're working with. And who knows what this one will be, but it's not going to sit out here and rot. Catch up with y'all in a minute. All right, we made it back to the shop. Get a little bit better look at it now that it's not out in the field and surrounded by grass and bushes, and the excitement's kind of calmed down a little bit, so you can look at it better. 72 long wheelbase Ranger XLT. Pretty dang solid. Got a little rust, obviously, for something that's never been inside a day in its life, but I mean, inside of the rockers look good. Bottoms of the doors are dirty, little surface rust, nothing through. We go up here to the cab mounts, notorious for rotting out on these. These are perfect. Look up under at the floor pans, little surface rust, nothing through. This one's cool. Like I said, Ranger XLT. Not an aficionado of these trucks, but I believe this was the top of the line model. The shrubbery was no extra charge. Pretty dang solid. Cool factory in this particular truck. Factory automatic and factory AC. Big plus. We're in the South. We need air. I'm getting old. This is gonna be cool. VIN sticker still intact. Got the axle code, body color, trim. You can decode that, look it up, but pretty neat. Door tag still legible. stock front wheels and caps, wagon wheels in the back, but luckily came with the OE rears, and inside are the OE caps. Most of the trims here, it's got some bumps and bruises, but I mean, it is what it is. This was from what I was told, haven't decoded it yet, but factory 302 truck. Motor's not in it. Motor comes with it. Got to go pick it up tomorrow. Didn't have anything that would lift it high enough, and so we're going back tomorrow with a tractor and a bucket and a chain. Pick it up, throw it in the truck. But there it is. Gonna probably run it by the car wash, knock some of the dirt and spider webs and wasp nests off of it, and start tinkering. There it is. Thanks for sticking around. I hope the rest of the video I took on my phone, I forgot my actual camera. Hopefully the cell phone video comes through well enough. But I mean, there it is. Number 2 of what hopefully is 3 F100s we found out in the field. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Fast Sounds Good, friends. Until next time.